Hey everybody, meteorologist Brad Panovich here for SkiSoutheast.com. A beautiful weekend ahead. In fact, this weekend looks better than last weekend, honestly. And I talked about that earlier this week. We had a little bit of ice last weekend. It wasn't horrible, but the weather's great. Bluebird days here, really cold mornings, snowmaking operations. Crank those guns up, get those slopes nice and in shape because this could get us through the rest of the season in many locations. Let's show you what's going on here on this beautiful Friday night going into the weekend. Man, I want to get up there and do some skiing because we've got cold air moving in. Look at that northwest wind, clear skies. Could even see a few flurries up towards Wisp. Maybe Timberline could see a little bit. As we go into the Sunday time frame, more of the same, cold, high pressure. But Monday, pretty interesting little system here. It does look like high elevation snows for many locations of the southeast, but there's going to be some rain mixed in. This is a marginal event, especially for North Carolina. But as it moves through, you can see at times the higher elevations pop up with some snow, and on the backside, I think just cold enough westerly wind that the upslope locations will see a little bit of snow. This is not a big, it's not true northwest flow, it's more of a west flow, but enough lift to create some snow there, and you can see that even into Monday night. And then a little clipper system Tuesday morning looks like could bring a little bit of snow to the Virginias up into parts of Maryland, so that's not too shabby. But then the middle of the week, big old warm up, and it doesn't warm up initially, but you see these southerly winds here, got high pressure parked right there, and what it's doing, that flow around it is starting to crank up some warm air. So actually, you know, for skiing, it's actually nice. It's just not great for snowmaking or natural snow, but with all the snow on the slopes, I'd be going skiing if I could. We do have a system coming in late week, which is going to change the pattern back, so don't fret. This isn't the end of the season, and we're not going to blast right into to spring. This actually looks like a short-lived little warm-up, because look at this. On Friday, we've got another system approaching, and this one is going to bring some cold air back with it. In fact, maybe some significant snows for parts of the area, depending on the track, because the cold air kind of makes a little bit of a comeback here. And then we've got another system that looks much warmer going into next week, but I'm not sold on that one yet because there are signs maybe it's a little colder behind it. So just to show you the amounts, that's the Monday, Tuesday system, and you can see how well it does up towards Snowshoe, Canaan Valley, Timberline, up towards Wisp, and then down into the end of the week. I think the second system is going to be better for all of us if I were to pick a system that might blanket the entire region. So that's why I said next weekend doesn't look, whoops, sorry guys, didn't mean to do that. We'll kick that back out. That's why I said next weekend doesn't look all that bad to me, because when I look at this, I'm going to zoom in on a couple locations here. I think we're going to see snow in many locations up and down the entire chain. So you can see in North Carolina, that looks pretty good. Then going up through, you know, up towards Winter Place, looks like some decent snow. Snowshoe looks great. And then all the way up towards Wisp. So all in all, that's not a bad setup. So here's my forecast for the next, 5 days or so, 6 days. We'll go into the beginning of the week in a good shape because we've got cold temperatures this weekend. Kind of a warm up the middle of the week, but then going into next weekend, things will flip back around. Let's real quickly show you the temperatures, because I think this is interesting to see the warm up in the middle of the week. And I'll stop it here and show you the warm up right about there, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I want you to notice up to the north, the cold air is trying to make a little bit of a comeback. It actually starts creeping back down, so by next weekend, let's go into Saturday, you can see that's a very interesting setup. Pretty cold air and this northeast wind, so this will be fascinating to watch as we get some cold air maybe coming down the eastern seaboard, which would be something we haven't seen because it's all been in the middle of the country. Have a great weekend, everybody. Hit the slopes if you can. I love it here. We're, what is it, the 19th of February, and we still talking tons of snow, so keep it up and keep thinking snow.